Yes, what's up? How are you doing? I know it's been a while, but hey, welcome back to the channel. Girls, as usual, I just taken a break, but hey, I'm back in the gym. So today I just wanted to take you through my push day and see what happens, especially when I'm going to do my chest, shoulders, and triceps. So, of course, when you go to the gym, first thing you do, you want to warm up your joints and then warm up sets first. So I first did my warm-up set, of course, with a lighter weight so that I can get blood flowing into all the muscles and be ready for the heavier sets. As you guys know, upper chest is always a weak spot for most of us. Even me, when I started, I used to put more emphasis on the flat bench, but then I later realized that my middle pecs were growing faster than the upper pecs. So this time around, when I go to the gym and it's a push day, I always wish to start with my upper chest. Of course, upper chest it's the weakest, so you want to start with it first before you can go to other presses. So started up with the warm-up sets as usual before I could jump into the working sets. So that's most of us where we get it wrong. So we never differentiate between warm-up sets and of course the working sets. So this was my first working set. And of course I'm trying to push hard cross to failure. I don't know if you guys will all train cross to failure, but these days that's what I try to do. And I cannot describe it for someone else, but you who is training, you can actually feel that you're trying to train cross to failure or to failure. So first, try to get 3 sets in of my working sets and then progressively overload the sets and getting in around 6 to 10 reps, which is not bad since I've been off for some time and I'm good to go. But you guys want to remember that you want to keep your reps clean, you want to keep the perfect form. Of course, it's quality over quantity, and that was my last set. As you guys can see, I'm pushing hard close to failure. Of course, heavier weight sometimes compromises form, but you don't want to compromise your form over heavier weight. So you need to strike a balance. So that's basically it for the upper chest. Then after that, I did flatten the bench, go to dumbbell bench press. I'm also started with my working set straight since my joints were warmed up, already done the warm-up set. So went straight to the working sets. Did that, did 3 sets of that, and that was it for the chest. Since the gym I was in didn't have a barbell bench, neither does it have plates. Only the dumbbells were available for me, and that's what I could only use. But if you have the dumbbells, come on, you're not going to miss the plates anymore. So that was my last set at the flat bench, and I could feel my chest was really on fire. And trust me, guys, I'm back. So you're going to see more of my training videos like how I used to do, and I promise not to take more breaks like how I used last time. So basically it's a push day. I'm doing chest, I'm doing shoulders, and of course them triceps. So from the chest straight, moving to shoulders. But of course, throughout my sets, I was resting between 90 to 120 seconds. Those are 2 minutes. I don't know who guys, how many minutes do you rest between your sets? Of course, you want to rest enough, but also you want to keep up with the intensity, and that's what I was trying to do. Of course, progressively overloading on my last set right there, trying to get in around 6 to 8 reps, but it was kind of hard. And boom, that was all about the chest. Then time for the shoulders. Of course, starting with the classical dumbbell shoulder press. Of course, putting my bench at an angle of 60. Most of us always make mistakes, and you find your your bench is at the angle of 90 and you're not pressing really comfortably in the scapular plane. But you can see I try to angle my bench around 60 degrees and I press in the scapular plane. And at this time, since I was already done with the upper chest, my shoulders were already warmed up, and it was just fun. I could not go heavy for my shoulders. I always did the standing barbell press, but since here don't have it, dumbbells are there for me. Then next up, we have the lateral raises. Of course, I'm leaning on the bench so that I can bias the lateral head, and of course, isolating the lateral head without involving more of my traps. That's what I love doing. Of course, for this exercise, you want to pick up a lighter weight. But since the dates small muscle group, basically you want to train cross to failure. You also want to do many sets, perfect form, instead of going heavy or using momentum. Then next up, them triceps, as you can see, I have I'd say a well developed long head of the triceps, and my lateral head still needs a lot of work. So since I didn't have the cross bench, I didn't have the bench, so I opted for the dumbbell cross, the dumbbell press, or you'd say dumbbell cross grip press or something. But that's what I did so that I can target my lateral head of the triceps. But also remember, this is the exercise that you can go heavy, and you don't want to miss this exercise if you really want to develop those horseshoe triceps. Then next up, of course, the classic tricep push down. Many of you know that. And what's interesting, most people think this exercise basically biases the lateral head, but actually this exercise targets more of the long head in its contracted position. That's what the latest studies show. So this is a classic, you don't want to miss it in the gym. And of course, get them big triceps, man. Most of us, you want big arms, but you're focusing more on your biceps, and yet triceps basically three quarters of your entire upper arm. So you want to put more emphasis on your triceps as usual. And then the last exercise basically is training my triceps in a stretched position. All you guys heard about stretch mediated hypertrophy, and that's what I'm trying to do. So doing cable tricep extensions, which is going to bias really the long head of the triceps, put that stretch on the long head of the triceps, and which is of course the biggest head of the three. So you want to do basically 3 to 5 sets. I was doing 7 to 12 reps, and of course training cross to failure.